Hey there, welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in this week's vlog you will see my interview with Kyau and Albert about their classic Velvet Morning. Enjoy! Kyau and Albert is a German DJ producers duo with members Ralph Kyau and Steven Moebius Albert. In 1996 they released their first collab as Kyau vs Albert on their label Harmony Recordings, which was the track Let Me In. A year later they founded the Euphonic label, and that label is releasing trance tracks from people such as Ronski Speed, Mirco de Govia, and of course Kyau and Albert release on the label as well. Kyau and Albert are known from tracks such as Save Me, Mega Shira, Made of Sun, Kiksu, Are You Fine, and many others. For this vlog I sat down with Kyau and Albert to talk with them about their track Velvet Morning, a vocal trance track with vocals by Vagma singer Damea. The track came out in the year 2003 via Club Culture, but 1 year later, in 2004, Anjunabeats re-released the track as well. My first question to the guys was how they actually met each other.
We are both from the same small town and went to the same school, but Stevie was younger than me, and we got introduced by a guy who still works for us today, Mirco. He went to school with him, and
yeah, especially when there's such a small town, when there are two people making the same kind of music, they met each other.
So when did you decide to team up and work together on music?
Basically we started because back in the days I already released a record in 1993, and at this time, you know, it was very limited with synthesizers, mixing channels, effect machines. So yeah, we merged our studio for a big festival, a local festival, where we wanted to do a live set together. And out of this came 4 tracks, and then we decided, because I already had a label before, Harmony Recordings, with another DJ, and we said, hey, we know how to release it, so we released it and became a good club hit in Germany. And half year later we started Euphonic, and then we started Kyau Albert, and since then we still work together. We're never a master plan to do this. we didn't have a business plan. We just did the music and followed our intuition, kind of this thing, you know.
That's cool. So do you remember the first track you guys released together?
Yeah, this was the EP he was talking about. The tracks were just made for the festival, and then we said, hey, that's cool, let's release them. We sent it to a couple of labels, but didn't get a response. We said, hey, let's do it by our own.
We got a response after we released it from the label of Paul van Dyk, MFS Records. Maybe you remember his label. And we came in contact with Mark Reeder, and he was a good mentor for Euphonic in the early years. And he said, you have to do this and that, and so I think Euphonic is still one of the longest running. It's even longer running than Black Hole, I think. A half year or a couple months longer. So yeah, still in the scene. But we don't really release a lot of music. So we celebrate Euphonic 300 release end of the year. So nowadays we only do 2 releases a month. Focus on, you know, a few artists and a few releases.
Yeah. Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Good. So in 2003 you guys released the track Velvet Morning. What do you remember from the production process of the track?
It was, at this time we had a contract with a German label, major label,
Warner
Music, and this was the 3rd single. And we had a couple of demos, and they liked this one most, and they also said, hey, let's try to make something special about the track, to do a collaboration with another singer. So we recorded also some vocals with Vagma.
At the same time, I think they released the Vagma album on Warner, and they had the idea if Damea could do a featuring. We already performed with her on Viva Club Rotation and met her before, so we drove to her to Köln, and
when we released the track, there was also a Mirco de Govia remix. He wasn't so much into the female vocals, so he just took my vocals, and this was also the version which gained the international place by international DJs like Paul van Dyk. I remember when we were sitting at home watching the Mayday stream, and Paul van Dyk was playing this Mirco de Govia remix, so we were really flashed. So
it was supported by all the trance DJs, Ferry, Army, and all the guys played it. And after we released it, Anjunabeats called us. We met the guys before, And they said, "Oh, we really want to release Velvet Morning, but not the original, only the Mirco remix. We want to do our own remix." And then, it became,
So was there any other track or anything else that inspired you when you were like working on Velvet Morning?
No, not really. No, I mean, of course, we were into this trance scene at this time, so you got influences sound-wise from other guys, of course, yeah. But there was nothing like a track we followed, you know.
Okay. The thing was, we had Euphonic, but we had this exclusive deal with Warner, and we did a couple of demos and tracks and really wanted to release an album, but Warner always said, "Yeah, let's do the singles, let's do the video clips." And so we had, I think, a couple of ideas laying around, and after we finished our contract with Warner's in 2003, we released our first artist album, Here We Are Now, on Euphonic, and we found partners all over the world, in the US, Russia, Asia, everywhere. So, and then we could do our own thing without a major. It was more flexible, more faster to release music, and with the good collaboration with Anjunabeats, who released all our key records as well. So we had a good cover of the whole dance world, and that was pretty easy and cool.
So what equipment was used on the track?
Especially as the big track internationally was the Mirco remix, so I don't really know what equipment he was using at this time, but I think we used a lot the Roland synthesizers, the GV880, so all the strings and stuff. I think Mirco also had the virus because they produced this in
the studio of Sonoris and Ronski Speed. We had the Nordlied, we had so many, we had the Matrix, Oberheim,
Still had all this
but don't use it anymore.
So you wrote the lyrics yourself as well, right?
Yeah.
Is there a story behind the lyrics?
No, not really. So when I'm writing the lyrics, it's first there's always fantasy English, and then I try to find lyrics who fit into that fantasy English. So
the hook with some fantasy English, where we say, yeah, that's the claim, that's the hook, and then trying to find.
You build the lyrics around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So how long did it take you to finish the entire track, like the original version?
Of Velvet Morning?
Yeah.
At this time, it took a long time because
Very long.
Also nowadays you can start a project, make another project in between because all it's digital. But this time was all with the mixing desk, so you needed to finish the track. In one.
Yeah, we had only one
piece.
big analog mixer, 48-channel Mackie mixer, and until we finished a track, we couldn't, really change it. We could do demos, but not.
I mean, you could make pictures, but it's still sometimes it's not the same when you try to rebuild it.
It's funny because I hear this like in a lot of interviews when I ask about like how long does it take, and everybody says like, well, you could only do like one track at a time because the settings, if you change them, then.
For example, I remember our remix for Jump the Next Train took 8 weeks. We were always adjusting and, hearing it, testing it, and then we were trying to make it better. So it took a very long time back in the days.
As you knew at this time, you need to be on point, so you made everything perfect.
Yeah.
So this takes longer, maybe much longer than nowadays.
You already said it, like in 2004, Velvet Morning came out via Anjunabeats as well, and it gained like support again from people such as Above and Beyond, of course, Armin van Buuren. So did this re-release help you guys a lot as well with your DJ career?
Yes, because with the release on Warner Music, we had chart hits in Germany, where all on the radio station, of course. We also had plays in the US and TV, MTV, whatever things, and but. For the global scene and the dance scene, it was better to work with Anjunabeats and release our singles alone. For example, also which followed was Made of Sun, Are You Fine? I think with Warner Music, it took so long to release, and then they had the focus first Austria, Germany, Switzerland. Then they found partners. For example, I think was it Velvet Morning or Save Me was also released in the Netherlands.
The thing is, in Germany we couldn't release by ourselves, our tracks, but internationally, like in the UK, Anjunabeats, it was possible to release it, and they.
Warner had a first option deal for other Warners or internationally, but it didn't really work out. So we were looking back much more flexible to do it, and that's the big advantage for, or was the big advantage for us to have Euphonic.
Yeah.
You know, to release the music we like, you know.
And you can do it whenever you want. You can make it play. Yeah, okay. There have been several remixes of the track. Which version is your personal favorite?
For me, still the Mirco mix has the flavor, because this is the remix which made the track big, I think. So, but I think all remixes over the years, like Sweet and Tap, Janix, and what was not also.
Janix was the last for the 20-year anniversary. Yeah,
all good remixes. So.
Okay, we already talked about Euphonic, your own label. If you have to describe like the Euphonic sound, how would you do that?
It changes from time to time.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago it was proper trance, 138, or 15 years ago already. And now we are going more into the slower melodic. Most important for us is the melody, the idea, and then not the style, to be honest.
So we like positive melodies, euphoric melodies.
So do you do all the A&R for the label yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. How does it go? Like once a week or?
The thing is, we work with, we don't really have a demo address, you know. People know how to send, and we work with a couple of artists, and
yeah,
but we are open-minded to work with new artists as well. But it's not like, you know, we don't want to have, you know, one release per week and do this proper, you know, release flow, because we are already getting so many demos from all the other labels, and it's too much music out there. Back in the days it was completely different. You could work on a track for months, repress the vinyls, promote it, getting more plays and building it up to, you know, a classic. So nowadays it's so much music coming out. And
so at the end of 2018 the Kyau and Albert album Never Lost came out. How long did you guys work on that album?
Maybe a year or so.
This was one of the fastest albums.
Probably one of the fastest, yeah.
Because we released Never Lost, the Matching Stories the year before, and then we didn't really had a plan to do 12 months later, or it was for 15 months later another album, but we had the tracks ready, and
it was a productive year.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So how have the reactions been on the album?
Yeah, good.
Good, yeah.
Satisfied?
Yeah.
Good. So what is your favorite track of the album?
I personally don't have a favorite track, because these tracks are already favorite tracks, because there were much more tracks. We were filtered down to this amount of tracks, so all tracks have this little.
Yeah, they're all favorites.
Yeah.
I think for the fans, maybe it's the Under Your Spell track. Or I heard lately a lot of people like the Airy track. But yeah.
So since there's two of you, do you usually agree on everything what's going on in the studio, music-wise?
Kind of. I mean, of course, we're different persons, and we sometimes arguing about stuff, but
it's never hard. So I tell him my opinion, and he tells me his opinion. But it's never
we find
no ego thing, no, you know, stress.
That's good.
Yeah.
So are there plans already for a new album?
The next project we are doing is Euphonic 300. It's kind of compilation thing with tracks from different artists, but also new unreleased material by us. This is getting released end of the year, and we are already started to look for tracks and doing this. And yeah, there's a single coming on Anjunabeats, You Are All. It's already featured on the Anjunabeats Volume 14 compilation. Then there's coming a remix release from Neon Sunshine, an English-German mixed track from the Never Lost vocal, with a Prana remix and our own club mix.
Also, we planning some tracks for the Euphonic 300 compilation, and when we'll see what comes. Okay, but probably it takes longer than last time.
Yeah, but that will be end of the year.
The compilation, yes.
Okay, cool.
We still have a couple of cool ideas laying around, which getting released in the next couple of months. So come to our shows. We play it already live. For example, last Open to Close we are doing this year in September 7th at Avalon Hollywood, and for the Open to Close, for all the little fans know they will hear the new stuff at the open close sets. So see you in LA.
So is there still a producer or a vocalist you guys would like to work with?
I mean, vocalists, as we do our own vocals, so not really, no.
I would say working with vocalists, for example, on the last 2 albums we worked with Jazza. We already started a demo, a new one as well with her, and also with Adaya Flag, and it comes, you know, always in grey, the track we released on Anjunabeats and then was on the Matching Stories album. This not really want something what we say, hey, we want to do a collaboration.
I think it's more about the idea. If someone has a great idea who could fit to our kind of music, it's more about a song idea also, which when we makes us interested.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you guys have been active in the music scene for a long time already. Is there still something on your bucket list music-wise?
We're always looking forward, so we're always looking for the next track, and we're always excited about new music which you make. So that it's nothing like on a to-do list to do this or that. So we always try to find new stuff, new sounds, new ways to express.
Yeah. Looking back, it was always a kind of little bit organic with us. You know, the moods, it's.
Well, that's good.
We go with the flow.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much for your time and good luck with everything.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the interview. Bye-bye.
Alright, that was it. This week's vlog, my interview with Kyau and Albert about their track Velvet Morning. Ralph and Steven, thank you very much for your time. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and make sure to subscribe. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.